You've felt it. That hesitation before you speak up in a room. That voice in your head replaying what you said hours ago. That nervous pause before you post something online. Wondering who will like it, who will judge it, who will whisper about it when you're not around. This is the invisible prison most of us live in. The fear of other people's opinions. It dictates how we dress, how we talk, what we share, and sometimes even who we pretend to be. But here's the truth. Most people are not even thinking about you. They're too busy worrying about what you think of them, and yet, this fear still controls us. The Stoics understood this weakness of human nature, and they offered a way out. Today we're going to explore how Stoic philosophy can free you from this trap, so you can live with clarity, courage, and true freedom. Chapter 1. The Invisible Prison. Imagine being in a room filled with mirrors. Everywhere you look, you see reflections, but none of them are your own. Each mirror shows you as others see you, shaped by their expectations, their judgments, their fleeting opinions. This is how most of us live, not as ourselves, but as a collection of reflections. Epictetus once said, "If you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid." Think about that. How much of your life has been wasted avoiding foolishness? How many opportunities have you missed because you feared someone might laugh, criticize, or misunderstand you? The prison of opinion doesn't just keep you anxious, it keeps you small. And the key to escaping begins with realizing that no one else's thoughts can touch the truth of who you are. Chapter 2. Why we crave approval. To understand why it's so hard to break free, we must go back. Far back. Thousands of years ago, to be cast out of your tribe meant death. Survival depended on belonging. You needed the group to hunt, to protect, to share fire and food. That instinct, to seek approval and avoid rejection, is still alive in your brain. It's why criticism feels painful, almost like a wound. It's why you may lie awake at night replaying an awkward moment as if your life still depended on being accepted. But the world has changed. You can be rejected by strangers online and still thrive. You can lose approval and still survive. What once kept you alive is now keeping you trapped. And the Stoics invite us to see this craving for what it is. An ancient instinct, not a modern necessity. Chapter 3. The Stoic View of Reputation. The Stoics divided life into two categories. What is in your control and what is not. Your thoughts, choices, and actions are in your control, but other people's thoughts, choices, and actions, they are not. Reputation belongs to the second category. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "What others say or think about me is not my concern. Only what I do, that is my concern." Think about how much peace this simple shift could give you. You cannot force others to admire you. You cannot prevent them from misunderstanding you. You cannot control their gossip, their judgments, or their fleeting opinions. But you can control your response. And that is where freedom lies. Chapter 4. Marcus Aurelius on the crowd. Marcus Aurelius was emperor of Rome, perhaps the most judged man in the world. Every decision he made shaped an empire. Every mistake could be magnified. And yet, in his private writings, he reflected, "It never ceases to amaze me. We all love ourselves more than other people, but care more about their opinion than our own." This is the irony of human life. You will live every moment with yourself, yet you often hand your happiness over to strangers who may not even think of you tomorrow. Consider this. How many of your decisions today were made not because they were right for you, but because you were afraid of what others might think? This is the crowd's power, and the Stoics remind us, the crowd is rarely wise. Chapter 5. The Cost of Pleasing. Everyone. What do you lose when you live for approval? First, your authenticity. You begin wearing masks, bending yourself into shapes that others approve of. Second, your energy. Because no matter how hard you try, you can't please everyone. You spend endless hours juggling expectations that constantly shift.
And third, your peace. Approval is never permanent. Today they cheer, tomorrow they criticize, and both are outside your control. Seneca warned, "If you live according to other people's opinions, you will never be free. So the question is not, how do I please them? The question is, who am I when I stop trying? Chapter 6. Living by principles, not opinions. The Stoics measured life not by applause but by virtue. They believed there are 4 guiding principles: wisdom, seeing clearly; courage, acting rightly despite fear; justice, treating others fairly; temperance, living with balance. When you live by these principles, you no longer need outside approval. Ask yourself, did I act with wisdom today? Did I show courage? Did I treat others with justice? Did I practice moderation? If the answer is yes, then you've lived well, regardless of who noticed. Epictetus said, "If you wish to be a writer, write. If you wish to be wise, live wisely. Do not wait for permission." Your life is not a performance, it is a practice. Chapter 7. Indifference to praise and criticism. We fear criticism, but we also cling to praise. The Stoics go further: be indifferent to both. Seneca wrote, "Some people praise you, some blame you, and yet you are the same person. If you rely on praise, you become addicted. If you fear criticism, you become paralyzed. But when you detach from both, you become free. Don't live for their cheers. Don't live in fear of their boos. Live in alignment with your principles, and let the noise fade." Chapter 8. Training through exposure. How do you build this strength? Through practice. The Stoics recommended small acts of courage. Wear simple clothes, not caring about fashion. Say what you believe calmly, even if unpopular. Walk with dignity, even if ignored. Each act is a training ground. Each time you resist the pull of approval, you weaken its grip on you. Modern practice can be simple too. Post your thoughts online without obsessing over likes. Share your truth in conversation, even if not everyone agrees. Embrace moments of silence instead of rushing to fill them. Little by little, the prison doors begin to open. Chapter 9. The freedom of self-respect. Marcus Aurelius said, "The best revenge is not to be like your enemy." In the same way, the best peace is not to be enslaved by their opinions. When you respect yourself, when your actions align with your deepest values, you don't need anyone else's approval. You wake up with dignity. You go to sleep with peace, and you realize, the crowd's noise cannot touch the stillness of a soul that knows itself. Chapter 10. The legacy you leave. Reputation fades quickly. Praise is forgotten. Criticism dissolves. But virtue, true character, echoes beyond your lifetime. Seneca wrote, "Life is long if you know how to use it." And the best use of life is not chasing applause, but living honestly, courageously, wisely. In the end, no one remembers how well you conformed, but they will remember how truly you lived. Closing reflection. You cannot stop people from judging you, but you can stop giving them power over your peace. The Stoics show us the way. Live by principles, not opinions. Seek virtue, not applause. Build character, not reputation. This is freedom. This is courage. This is peace. So the next time you feel the weight of someone's judgment, ask yourself, does this opinion align with my principles? If not, why should I care? Their judgment fades, but your soul is eternal. Live for what lasts. Thank you for walking this path with me today. If this message spoke to you, subscribe and return each week for more Stoic wisdom in a noisy world. And before you go, ask yourself, what opinion have you been living under? And what would your life look like if you let it go? Until next time, live simply, act wisely, and walk freely. Peace.